Good morning, pilots. We received a new air tasking order from Argulian Military Command. They've located Montique's bomber force. Our orders are to surprise them between sorties and take them out of the ground. Ash, you've already been acquainted with Castle. She'll be flying on your wing today alongside Lynx. He's a bit of an egghead, but don't let that catch you off guard. He's a damn good pilot, too. The enemy's expected to have a light combat air patrol, but planned primarily for air-to-mine. Above all else, your targets are the bomber force. Anything else is extracurricular or enterprising. You can come on home once the bombers are taken out. This mission will be shooting fish in a barrel, but good hunting regardless.
Approaching Poirot.
There's a lot of smoke coming from the air base. We're too late!
Squal's flight. Make them answer for this. Fangs out.
Friendlies are scrambling from St. Richards to escort you home. Bug out to 180 for rendezvous.
Keep up the good work, Ash. Dex and Viking were right about you.
Strike packages egress to friendly airspace. Enemy interceptors are bugging out.
Not bad, kid. Keep flying like that and I'm gonna go bankrupt again. Make me 1 or 2 heavies next time.
You looking for a handout, Tim?
Just trying to get by, Chloe.
Excellent work, Ash. Fennec ran a BDA flight a little while ago. They report that in addition to taking out all the bombers, you knocked the whole airport out of commission. I doubt Montique will be using it anytime soon. Unfortunately, there's some bad news and worse news. I'll start with the bad. The presence of that EOS unit means Montique has a far more developed military infrastructure than we'd realized. Those things are supply hogs, and if Montique can so much as consider putting one back into service, they have a strategic edge over everyone else in the kingdom, and might have a tactical advantage over us. The worst news is that Fennec didn't see the EOS hull there. I don't know if the enemy towed it away or somehow got it back in flying condition, but it's a problem either way. The appearance of a strategic weapons system, even an old dinosaur like Aziz, will draw the Legion's attention, and believe me when I say you don't want to see what a crackdown looks like. If we find that thing, we need to decisively kill it, not only for Argulia, but to keep the Legion from getting interested in our sector. Lynx was an aeronautical engineer before he joined up. That didn't include working on EOSs or Angels, but if anyone can tell us more about them, it's him. He's working to see if we can track that EOS down via its radar emissions. I'll keep you in the loop. For now, you're dismissed.
Heh, looks like she's still around.
Who?
That AK girl. I saw her ogling our planes when we took off this morning. Wonder if she's been out here all day.
Now's the time, if any, Tim. Before we get an earful from Mason about that angel thing. Hey! Hey, kid! What's your name? You hear me, right, kid?
You did a good job on the stew the other day. Me and Cassie here are the type of people that like to thank our chef personally. A name would help us out.
I've never had a name. Everyone just calls me Kid, even Mr. Mason.
You can do better than kid.
Would you like a real name?
Do I need one?
We'll find you one.
What do you want?
Well, Castle here said you took interest in our planes, and, well...
We just wanted to see if you'd like to be with the aircraft crews and us.
Mr. Mason says I'm too young to be working on the planes.
Nonsense. Small bodies are useful in maintenance. It'll do you better to pick up a wrench and put down that rifle you got.
We just wanted to see if you'd like to be with the aircraft crews and us.
Hey.
We're offering you an opportunity here, kid.
Why do you care?
Well, on one hand, Mason likes to get the most out of his subordinates, and I think I can help you out a bit with a few things.
And on the other hand, we'd like to get to know the people we work with, especially if they're making our food or, maybe down the line, work on our planes. I mean, Simmons up in the tower tells us she likes seeing the crews work on planes and seeing us off on sortie. Would you like that?
Maybe.
And maybe I can teach you a few other things while I'm at it. Anyways, listen up, Chloe, and listen up good. I'm a pretty good teacher, but I don't do visuals, mostly because I can't afford anything at the moment.
Didn't know you needed a handout that badly. Wouldn't want to bore AK here.
Shut up. Anyway. Angels. That's what some big-shot conceptual engineers started calling these new fantastical ideas for military hardware in the years after World War III. It wasn't a practical term, wasn't always accurate, but that sounded better than just calling those ideas superweapons. Hundreds of crazy ideas spawned from bloated defense budgets when the post-Third World War sprang up, and many of these designs were thrown under the broad term Angels. U.S. units, independent designs, state-sponsored weapons, all of them were given this name if they were fantastic enough in concept and execution. You've probably known a few, Chloe, but as I said, the term is so broad now people tend to forget that it exists. The international coalition and the larger powers that constitute it are the only ones that keep the term on the books, I think.
What kind of angels are out there?
Well, the thing we saw today, US Unit 01, is a pretty standard angel. Heavy, non-nuclear firepower in an intimidating package with surprising tactical use. There are some more unconventional angels out there, though. Giant warships capable of rendering entire islands to molten rock. Biochem weapons that burn the skin off of soldiers but leave their kit intact. Laser and mass driver-equipped fortresses that drain entire countries of their power occasionally. If it's crazy, it's an angel.
You used to work on them, right, Mr. Aeronautical Engineer?
No. I made the poor decision of staying with a firm that only did conventional weaponry and airframes. Turns out the big money is in angel R&D.
Why don't your debtors bug those folk then, instead of some broke sucker like you?
Because if you steal anything from anyone who works on angels, Legion will be there.